Yeah, guys, that's right. We are still in the very early stages of this, but right here I do have a copy of the paperwork that was filed with State Question 828 with the Secretary of State's office. Now, in the past, with previous state questions, we've seen that this is a way for Oklahoma voters to bypass the legislature and the governor. And with Oklahoma recently passing some of the most restrictive abortion laws in the country, Oklahoma voters could bypass them again.
Promised Oklahomans that I would sign every piece of pro-life legislation that hit my desk.
That was Governor Kevin Stitt earlier this year, signing bills into law that effectively ban abortion in the state. State Question 828 would try and reverse that by amending the Oklahoma Constitution to guarantee the right to reproductive freedom.
To make it a constitutional right that Oklahomans can practice reproductive freedoms as they choose.
Representative Mickey Dolan says at 5 p.m. the deadline to challenge the initiative passed. If no challenges were filed, then the Secretary of State now has 20 to 50 days to set a period for signatures on State Question 828 to be collected. Once that period is determined, organizers will have 90 days to collect 172,000 signatures to get on the ballot and give Oklahoma voters a chance to protect abortion rights.
And this is a way to put basically a referendum on the legislature that went ahead and passed one of the most restrictive abortion bans in the country prior to Roe being overturned.
I believe that the majority of people in Oklahoma are pro-life.
Oklahoma State Senator Nathan Dahm, who authored a number of pro-life bills that have now become law, says he isn't surprised at this effort to make abortions in Oklahoma legal again.
If the mob says you should be able to butcher an unborn child that has committed no atrocities and no wrongs, then they will push that forward.
Dolan believes our current abortion laws don't represent what most Oklahomans want.
Of course, this is a very polarizing issue, but Oklahomans are more in the middle. The current way we have it is extreme.
Now, we saw with this past midterm election, 5 different states had similar measures that would be this state question. We saw the voters in every single one of those states vote to protect abortion rights in their states. Some of those states even conservative leaning. Now, we are still a long way away before this state question has a chance to make its way for voters here in Oklahoma to have their say. But of course, we'll keep you updated as this continues to make its way through.